Samuel 3:35 and 36. Then, and when all the people came to cause David to eat meat, while it was yet day, David sware, saying, "So do God to me, and more also, if I taste bread, or aught else till the sun be down." So him fasting, him going without food here was more of a mourning than a spiritual fast. It was more of a sign of his grief. It's like oftentimes during funerals, sometimes you got to encourage the people to eat because otherwise they won't, type thing, because of their grief. And this is what David was doing. He wasn't like spiritually seeking God through not eating. He was just grieving Abner's death, and as a result, it was him not eating. And they realized that he would have needed food, of course, but David realized that something grievous happened, and this also shows that he had a true heart for Abner in the whole situation. It just wasn't a show like most of the people were probably putting on a show and only doing this because David was, getting behind his good leadership. But David, for him, is genuine. He was genuinely mourning Abner's death. And oftentimes it's our genuineness that will stand out to people when the time comes. There'll be a point to where they realize, okay, we are genuine. And then at that point of hard times and hardships, it will really make a difference to them and could even lead them to come into faith themselves. Just as this, David being genuine here would have made a showed faith towards the people that they were truly united. This would have probably meant more to those of the tribe of Benjamin, which stood against him, than anyone. This possibly, him having genuineness about this, may have helped keep things aligned and keep the allies going and prevent from the war from breaking out completely again. So when we're genuine, God's going to let action happen. We just got to trust Him to see what that is. So David's genuine. It ain't really necessarily a fast he's going through. It's just part of grieving process. Verse 36. And all the people took notice of it, and it pleased them, as whatsoever the king did, it pleased all the people. So all the people, not just the ones that were supporting, but everybody. And this is key, because they just came from a war. And David made a truce, and Abner was a big figure in this truce, but Abner's dead. So if the war was going to break out, it would have been a result of Abner's death. So the fact that all people were pleased because of his actions kind of meant it's a time of peace, at least with their nation. They could be united to take the rest of the land that they're supposed to inherit, which we see Israel is the biggest during the reign of Solomon, which is a result of David's conquest, because Solomon don't fight wars. We don't see him fighting any war in Scripture. So David would have conquered this land, and it would have been because Israel was united and on the same front, leading to God. And in that same note, when the church is united, God's going to use us to do great things. If we allow division to come in, Satan's going to use that to cause their effectiveness to go down. But when we're united, when we let the Lord lead us together, we're going to come over and conquer areas and shine the light into the world in ways that aren't going to be done otherwise. And that's the goal that He wants us to do as the church.